Alright guys, welcome back to another video, or again to a video after like 1 month of not having this series continued, but I'm back, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, but I don't want to talk that much. Let's just get straight into it. And yeah, in this episode, as I already said, we are going to finish up this abilities switching thing, etc. And yeah, first thing, you should probably get the new abilities UI because I added something new. So just get it from the description again, or from the video where we started doing this ability UI, if I forget to link it. But yeah, then just copy the script over. And what is new basically is that in here we now have this image label. Yeah, I don't know if anything else is new actually, because I've made this over a month ago and yeah, I can't really remember. But in this image label, that is basically just this. If you don't get the image when getting this item from the toolbox, you can just create your own image like this. So you can just open Photopea, photopea.com. You can just create a new project. And then this canvas is already pretty good. You could actually, wait a second, I'm just gonna create a new one. Set this to transparent here, under background, then transparent. It's German for me, but whatever. Then you can just take a brush, make it dark. I suggest opening a new layer. And you can make your brush bigger. Just fill out this shit. Oh no, I swear. I said swear word, but yeah, just fill it out wherever your UI is. Then you can go in here and lower the opacity, and you have something like this. But just in case the image doesn't, you can't just use it because I made this on my own, and I don't know if Roblox allows sharing images. I have really no idea. But yeah, let's now get started with scripting, because today we are going to be mainly inside of the abilities UI client. So let's first write some functions, because, well, as I said, I've made this over a month ago and I don't really remember myself what I wrote in my, in my example place where I already finished up the system. So I'm just gonna copy a bit of it. But I try to explain what we are doing. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are setting the keybind visibility. So let's do local function keybind visibility, yeah, whatever, and then let's get a boolean here. This is gonna be for those, I think, I'm just guessing now, for those numbers that we have on our abilities for underscore buttons in abilities UI frame, get descendants to if buttons is a text button, and buttons dot name is equals to keybind button. Then button, not bit, buttons dot visible equals to bool, and buttons dot active equals to bool. Actually, this is now, let me just see. Oh yeah, this is, I think this is for the if you just look in where is it? What was this again? Abilities frame. Yeah, then text buttons, keybind, yeah, for this. So I can just enable this to the, what is already visible. Oh yeah, that's for those. Keybind button was this, and we are basically just enabling them because we also want to be able to set their keybind, to change their keybinds, and this is what we need for this because we don't want to always be able to edit those key binds. Then let's make another function, and that is, I already have this. Let's make descendants buttons. This is for enabling buttons, or just changing properties of a button, of descendants of our buttons. This is pretty useful overall. So local function descendants buttons, and we are gonna have a frame. The frame, let's go in frame, then property. Cool. Then what we're gonna do is for underscore comma buttons in frame get descendants if buttons is a text button, and buttons dot name is not closed, because we have some closed buttons and we basically never want to change anything from them. But then buttons property equals to bool. Like this close button in our dark image, we never want to change anything from this. By the way, this is just used for indicating that players can now edit something down there, so to guide the players, you know. Yeah, then let's make another function right down here. Local function changing abilities. This is gonna be for if we want to change abilities, basically. So in this we're also gonna already gonna use the sentence buttons. Then we're gonna first, hey, selected, thanks. Then we're gonna pass through the abilities change frame first. So that's a frame it's gonna look through. Then we are gonna get the active property and set that active property to bool1, because in here we're gonna receive 3 bools, bool1, bool2, bool3. So we can use this often and differently. So once maybe we want to set this to true, false, and then false to true, or whatever. But then this second line here is visible. This is also again bool1. Then let's do the same for the abilities UI frame. Then again active and bool2, bool2. And then also for the, we haven't even defined it yet. So we can go up here again, define local dark image. And that is basically just abilities UI dot dark. Then let's go down here again. Then dark image dot visible equals to bool3. Dark image dot close dot visible equals to bool3. And then we can do keybind visibility, and that is not bool3. So that's always the opposite, because when this is active, so when we are able to change our abilities, we don't want to change our keybinds at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Then let's for in here, let's code the dark image close button logic. That's really simple. So dark image dot close dot activated connect function, and then we can define a new attribute, and not attribute, a new variable up here. That is a local clicked button, and that is false. Or you can also just set it to no. Let's actually just set it to no. In here we are gonna set the clicked button to no again. And then we are gonna use this changing abilities logic right here. So let's set the first one to true and the rest to false. So when we press when we press the close button, we are gonna disable everything in the abilities UI frame, all the buttons, but we are gonna enable everything in the abilities change frame again, and also make all of this invisible. Right, then let's make let's do yeah, let's do 4 underscore buttons, with a comma, buttons in abilities buttons get descendants do if buttons is a text button and buttons dot name equals button, then buttons dot activated connect function. So these are basically just should be those buttons. Yeah, this is, yep. Nope, here. Basically we are just checking for presses on those ability buttons, like, yeah, those, and when we press them, one of them, we're gonna again be calling changing abilities, but this time false and true. So we're gonna disable all of this, and we're gonna enable those buttons down here, and we're gonna enable the dark image and stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna set the click button to buttons. So that's basically the button that we clicked. Then let's do another for loop. I think we can just copy this, remove this, and change this to let's keep this at ability buttons. Then text button changes to close. Then yeah, if not if, but buttons dot activated connect function. Then we're gonna do for underscore label in abilities UI frame, not connect function, get descendants do if label is a text label, and label dot name equals to text label. Then if label dot text equals to buttons dot parent dot name, then we are gonna send through we have to find this keybinds event. Then we do, this is a function we're gonna create in a second. Then we're gonna pass through change ability, and then we're gonna pass through the label parent dot name, then something no, and buttons parent dot name. We're gonna see in a second what we what we are gonna do with this. But yeah, okay. We can actually just script this now. So open your abilities client, not clients, sorry, server, and in our abilities server we are gonna do keybinds event dot on server then connect function. Let me just zoom in. Whoop. And what we're gonna receive is the player, like always on the server, then an action, and then something else. let me just, you know, get some space in here. Okay. So if the action equals to change ability, then, so this one, what you just typed here, then we're gonna get the slot, the ability, and what it can be used by, and that all equals to the 3 dots. So you may remember this from, oh, we can also remove this code, by the way. We're not gonna need this anymore. And you can maybe remember this from here. Boom. Used by ability and keybind. Those things. And yeah. This code is basically, for what this even is this? I can't actually remember. But I think this was for, was it for when, I think it was for when things had like the same name. So when a thing had a button already had, so this was already ability 1, but then we want to set this to ability 1, then it's gonna remove this from ability 1 here and set this to ability 1. I think this is basically what the code was for. But yeah, let's continue writing in here. Oh, and by the way, next episode we're gonna clean up all this code. So I'm gonna write this down in this episode, and next episode is cleaning up all this code, because this is gonna be pretty messy and stuff. So, for I, ability data in data manager dot profiles and player dot data. Why do we even have no? Okay, and data dot current abilities. So this one, this table, we're gonna go through this. Then we're gonna check if not this if data manager dot profiles player dot data dot current abilities. Oh no, I think this was the current ability, yeah, current abilities I dot ability equals to ability. Yeah, okay, I think this was a check for double abilities. Then we are gonna set this to null. So if we find an ability in here that when we pass through this is like, I don't know, maybe this is currently our test ability 1, and if this gets passed through here and it sees, oh, ability 1 is already assigned somewhere here, it's gonna set there where it already is assigned to no. And then we are gonna have the if used by everyone, then we're gonna set used by to no, because, well, this is how we identify if it's used by everyone. Then we're gonna do, let's copy this. Whoops. Data manager profiles player data dot current abilities, then our current slot or our slot dot ability equals to ability. So we are setting the slot to, yeah, the ability, or to no ability in this case, right here. And then we also gonna set the use by to the send through use by. So use by equals to a use by. Boom. Then we're gonna do send this to keybinds event and fire client. So we are again gonna update the abilities, because this is already it for setting the abilities. So let's just do this. Oh, we deleted this code. Oh no, we left here again. So you can just copy this and send this through again, and it's gonna update our abilities UI down there. Okay, then let's then we're gonna continue coding in here. We can also disable this again. I think it was the main. Yeah, no, it was not the main, it was the chain frame itself. So, in here, let's continue with for underscore, comma, buttons. In abilities, UI frame gets descended. If button is a text button. And, oops, and button's button name equals to ability button. So now this is for clicking one of the ability buttons. Then we're gonna set the buttons dot mouse enter. So for those buttons, basically this is it. Then mouse enter connect function. So what we're doing here now is I think I'm gonna show it actually on the example because that's better than explaining it. What we are doing here now is basically this. So when we open this, we can, and select an ability, we can, you see this little corner thing? This is basically what we are doing right now. So that you can see we are selecting those boxes. This is what we are gonna do now. So buttons dot corner, because in all of those buttons we have this corner image. Here you can also change it if you want, but it's all up to you. Dot corner dot visible equal to true, and when the mouse leaves also so mouse enter and mouse leave also, by the way, go for mobile, but in general we don't even have mobile support yet. So mobile support currently, but probably later. Then buttons dot activated. So when we press on the buttons, whoops, whatever now, so this and then this, yeah. Then we're gonna change the change abilities frame, and not change abilities frame. We're gonna do changing abilities. True, false, and false. And don't print to something, but we can do event file server change ability, and then the button's parent name. Oops. Buttons parent dot name. So basically the slot, then the click button, so which button we clicked before, dot parent dot name, and then the click button dot parent dot name. So the first the ability name, and then who it used by. We're gonna send this in here again, just like here. And after that, we're gonna set the click button to null again. And wait, I have to test this out. Test this out on my test place. Something real quick. Yeah, okay. So, good. Now we are gonna do it the same, but for the keybinds. So let's copy all of this, put it down here, then change this to a keybind button. This can be the same. And then here, if clicked button, then return end. Then we set click button to buttons. Then we do a changing abilities. False, 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 oh, false, false. So everything is false. And the keybind visibility is false true. And then we are gonna set the you know, the abilities change frame to abilities change frame dot change keybind dot visible to true. Yeah, this was what I also added in this new I had this one because when we press because of the change frame, because when we press one of those, this little window is gonna appear and it's gonna tell you to press any keybind to set the key. So then you can basically press like T, and so okay, let's start over again. If we open this, then click on the first slot, and then this window is gonna appear, and we're gonna press T. It's gonna bind the first slot to the key T key. This is what we're gonna do now. So then, this is the function for this, and this is already gonna be the last function in our abilities client. So, user input service dot input begin connect function. We're going to get the key and it's typing, and if it's typing or not, abilities change frame dot change keybind dot visible. So if it's not visible or click button is false, then we're gonna return int. Then we are gonna get the local key, and that is key dot key code. And if key equals to enum dot key code dot unknown, that's basically, I think it's gonna explain this here. Language that present no key being pressed. So if this is happening, then we're gonna not continue. This can happen by buttons like, I think, if you press like, I don't know, I have the German keyboard, I have no idea what the English keys are called. But yeah, if we press certain keys, they're not gonna be detected by this, and we're just gonna stop it. So then, abilities change frame dot change keybind dot text label dot text equals to key dot name. Yeah. Then so when we press the key, it's just gonna quickly display here that we like, let's say press the X key, then it's gonna quickly show this and return to this. Yeah. Just so the player knows, oh, I press that button, okay. Then we are gonna already fire the function that we are gonna create in a second in here, just like this one. So you can even copy this. But we're gonna do change ability, we're gonna do change keybind. Just to make sure to always spell those strings right. And then we're gonna send through the key name, dot name, and click button dot parent dot name. Then we are gonna set the clicked button to a no, and then we're just gonna wait 1 second. So let's the player now. Okay, interesting. Well, I change it to this key, and then we're just gonna change it back to this text. Boom. And finally, we are just gonna do changing abilities to true, false, and false. So to its real basic state, we're gonna set the keybind visibility to true, and we are gonna set the abilities change frame dot change keybind dot, oh, where does this A come from? Change keybind dot visible to false. And now we just need to do this last function and we are finished. Oh, this marathon is already going half an hour. That's a lot. But now, as if, so right under this one, as if action equals to change keybind, then I really hope I don't have made any mistakes. Oh, we are gonna have to debug, yay. Then we are gonna have local key name and the keybind slot. We need to notice to change the key. Then for well, we can copy this. For ability data and current abilities to if provides current ability, we can change this to keybind. We don't want to do anything with the ability, but the keybind, and this is the same again. If it finds a keybind that is already assigned, it's just gonna delete the old assigned key. So if keybind equals to key name, if it already found something, we're just gonna set this to an empty string. The last, the keybind that already is this. And then we're just gonna set it in our data store. So keybind equals to key name. And it's not its keybind slot here, not slot, keybind slot. And then, just like here, we can fire this, and we should be done. Let's test all of this out. Open your output and check for any errors if you get one. Maybe we got one together. Okay, so now it's the final amount. Let's test it. If you press on 3, okay, this already works. We can select one. We can also close this. Okay, that's perfect. We can also still switch tabs. Okay, now let's try setting the testability one to. Oh, let's first of all try pressing the. Oh, okay, skinny. This also works, but only if this we haven't selected anything. So it's currently press Z. You're gonna see testability cannot be used with weapon mace, because I only set it to be used with fists. So this is normal, but we can do ability 2. And if you're gonna reassign S to V now, we get an error. Yay! Okay. So, what is error? Attempt to iterate over a null value. Okay. Current. Did I misspell it? Come on, come on. Oh, thank you. Current. Yep, I misspelled it. That's why. I should have just copied this. Then this is misspelled too. Yeah. Is this misspelled too? No. Okay. So I tried going over the ability. So I tried going over to the table, but I didn't even find the table because we misspelled it. But now if we try to set this to, let's say, our 4th slot, we're gonna see this is gonna vanish from the 1st slot because of this code. And if we press Z again, currently it's gonna say no ability assigned to key Z. And if we're gonna rebind it, it says ability is the it's just gonna say that we can't use it because ability 1 is not for maces. Okay, so this works. We can also yeah. Oh, I can notice one thing that we can also do that next episode, that we can just well delete keys completely. So if I don't want testability 2 to be in here at all, we can just remove it. I think that's what we can do next episode. But you can also see that those numbers are updating correctly. And you can see this also what's on there. Testability 3 also works. Bam, bam, bam. The testability cannot be used with maze. Yep. And we can also test the reassigning of keys. So if I want to, okay, this is now because I'm pressing right click. And then we get an error here. Wait a second. Oh, not wait a second, I just misspelled it, what the hell. So yeah, Maxilla not spell unknown with 2 N's. then it should also work normally. Oh, we get an error when we try to load again. Could actually be possible. Oh yeah, actually did. So we have to do this. That's why it would be better if I just recorded this episode right after making the system in the first place, because I already forgot everything I made. So for underscore ability in abilities buttons, get the sentence. Oh, right, we have to define this first. We haven't even defined. Oh, we have. Oh, I got this ability buttons. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Then we're just gonna use ability buttons, because my test players have this as abilities buttons. Whatever. Then I forgot the comma. Then if ability find first child slot. Come on, slot. Then ability find first child slot dot text equal to this. So we forgot to this is for clearing and yeah, whatever this UI. I'm just super to explain it. False. Then do I have something changed here? I do, yeah. If you believe your name this, then I have start with true and have whisper or vulnerability name dot close dot visible equals to true. Oh, that's why I already had this implemented with the if completely removing keys, but I also just forgot it. So I don't think I fixed the problem with okay. Visible, wait, what's visible? Oh, visible. Visible. I have to code again because you can't live attempt something. This is why I hate Roblox. This is why I switched to Godot. But okay, I obviously got error, but okay, I can't continue if you got error. Why does it think that? Maybe I think I fucked up something because I didn't actually write this before. Now basically I think I have to wipe my data to be able to test this again. So what we are gonna do, you don't have to do this, let me just test it out first myself. But what you're gonna do is set this data equals to all of this. So this is basically just boom, resetting our things. Then I can quit again. Move all of this. We don't always want to set it to the basics. And then if I load in my case, everything works. Yeah, you're gonna see I already had this implemented to removing. I just literally forgot about it. Then if we do this now, let's try this again. We add this. Then if we leave and rejoin. Okay, now we still get this error. Oh, one thing, we can do keybind visibility here. abilities change framed not visible. Yeah. So when you, so wait, where's it? Somehow it's overriding our data somewhere. What? Where? Yeah, so the problem is basically it's re-adding stuff and I have no idea why. So now it works, what the hell? So so I think it's a problem currently. I don't know if it's currently, but I think it's a problem with, well, with so T has really disability free. Yeah, and I think it's, I have no, if you in the comments know why this is like this, but I mean, yes, so I suggest you just currently set everything to no, and then just set everything to no in here once, so that it actually reset your thingy. Because like, I mean, gotta be a just do, so let's just do this once, I guess, and then you can comment this out again. I mean, it gotta be like a proper service thing. I have actually no idea if it is, if it isn't. If anyone in the comments knows why, please tell me, because I'm so confused myself. Because like the problem is, after joining again, it sets your old data to like it changes if it sees a change. Like it's just super weird. But after it did this, it's not doing it anymore. No idea why. Because like we're not setting it also in the script at the beginning or anything. That's what's confusing me more. But anyways, if you, yeah, I don't know. It's super dumb. Maybe I find something until next episode. If not, I'm really sorry. I just, yeah. I've spent like 45 minutes on this now, and this was the only solution I could find. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna save my game. It also should work in the actual game. So just like, wait, why is it? Did you see this? Did you just see the fucking? Oh, okay. It's because oh wait, what? Okay, let me. You're probably just better off when you just go into basically stupid here to data manager and just reset, so start a new data store thing, so then every data will be reset. I think you're better off like that. So everything should come on load. It's taking kinda long. So if we just this is X, this is C, yeah, and stuff, you know. If I now join, now that is instantly too, like, I have no idea. So I just suggest you completely write every data again, and yeah, I have no better idea. I still thanks for watching, I guess, and I hope you have a great day, and see you next episode. Bye bye.